Hi, bro.
Mommy, how far now?
Not bad.
Just taking the view. I'm gonna go do this interview now.
Thanks, man.
Sharply.
Thanks. For sure.
What's up, T?
My bro.
How you doing, man?
I'm amazing, my bro. How you doing?
I mean, this is not exactly what I thought we'd be doing today. And I'm sure most people will be like, what's Jimmie sitting now with Taye doing? Like, well, most people don't even understand how we became friends. A lot of people might think we're friends based on the work we've done together. That's the start of it.
Yeah,
that is literally the start of it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, one of the things I noticed about you, I mean, I first met you on set of When Love Strikes.
Yeah. And that's in Shagamu, right?
Yeah. So you guys had been shooting for a number of days, a number of weeks. And I was just called in to come and do my commentaries. So I'd seen you on the pitch. I'm like, oh, okay, that's actually the coach of the team because I'm literally doing commentaries for the game itself. So you guys are, actually playing and I'm running commentaries.
You're so far
away. So I couldn't even tell it was you.
Right.
Because I'd seen your work before then, but I was like, who's that? They didn't tell me who it was. So I was like, okay, anyways, the coach is there. Fine. But you look so like, even when you substituted a guy, it was like, out of here. I'm like, what the hell? This must actually be a football coach. I know, right? It was so believable.
Thank you.
So for me, the next time I saw you again, because we didn't actually talk that day.
Yeah.
The next time I saw you was when we went for the press media rounds and everything. And then the charisma came out. The people person. The funny guy. So my first question to you is this.
Okay, hit me.
How do you find the balance, right? Because I struggle with it.
Right.
Of being authoritative, but still carrying your charisma, especially in an industry that demands that you be lovable by all.
Right. So, I mean, charisma, right? The way I see charisma is it's that quality that you have that draws people in.
That defines you.
Exactly, it draws people in. That's what people see first before they see anything else. It's almost like the ambassador for your personality.
It speaks for you before you speak.
Before you speak, because when people see you from across the room, that's what they see. So
that aura.
I try as much as possible to be intentional about that, right? And then the authority is what holds people down. So when they interact with you, what do they sense? What's the energy that they get? That is your authority. That's what you use to hold.
I think the authority is effortless for you. The charisma, you can say you need to know when to put it on. You have to have a control of it. Right. But the authority, I think that's inbuilt for you.
That's the real person.
Yeah, it's who you really are.
Yeah,
it's not who they want you to be.
They're not trying to be. Do you understand? You could have authority, but if you don't have the charisma to say, okay, I'm bringing you in, you probably just have like a resting beat face.
I know,
But for me, I try to merge both. I try to manage the both of them and just find the balance.
It's a necessary thing
by being present. Just being present in every moment. Because yes, the charisma, being intentional in every moment. Just being present, and I can scan and see, okay, who's coming to talk to me? What am I sharing? What am I not sharing? That's how I'm able to
Let me ask you a question. I've heard in certain quarters that this charisma that you put on so well, that you wear so well, has it set you, do you feel like because of that perception that people have of you, do you feel the pressure of being the next Nollywood leading man? Because your body of work is extensive, right? Since the last time I saw you, you've done 9 movies. And you still have a couple more coming out.
You're counting.
I know you don't count. I do. Because you're so far ahead of me now. In case you don't know, I'm also an actor.
Don't play, Jimmie. I'm not so far ahead of you.
You are.
You're doing great.
I mean, even though some people say you're starting your journey, you're not yet at your plateau, but you've done so much work that sets you apart from every other person that you probably started with.
Right.
And he's now putting you in the conversation with people that were ahead of you prior to you getting into the game.
Right.
So would you say, how would you say you see yourself now? Do you think you're stepping into that role as the next leading man in Nollywood? Or do you feel you're ready to take up that challenge?
I know I'm ready, for sure. You know, to be a leading man is not just about, it's not just about the aura. It's about...
No be cho-cho-cho.
It's not be cho-cho-cho, not be chais, you know. And filmmaking is not a child's play. A lot of times when people see films and they feel like, oh, you know what, actors, the directors, the producers are just, what is there? They'll just put a camera and shoot.
And action.
It's a lot of work, you know. The people that try that, I usually tell them, come to set with me. By the time they spend like 2 hours, they're like, oh, I didn't know what that is. Can I go home now? You know, that kind of thing. But I think I know that I'm ready for that conversation. In fact, I've done a couple of projects where I was lead, and I know what it means to carry the entire story.
The entire project.
Because that's literally who you are as a leading man. You're carrying the entire story on your back. You're carrying your co-actors on your back. You're carrying the director's vision,
the crew
on your back.
That is putting in their effort every day.
So even though they're there to complement,
it's all about
really help with your progression along the story arc, but it's your job to be able to carry it effortlessly.
And you have to wear it well, yes.
You have to wear it really well.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. In all these things, yes, you're painting a picture of, it's not the cakewalk that people think acting is.
It's not.
It's not your glamour job. Yes, it might give you the shine and all the fame afterwards, but you have to put in the work.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. What made you decide to become an actor, knowing fully well, or did you not know that it was going to be so much work?
I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea.
Right.
Jimmy, let me give you a backstory.
Please.
I would answer your question and then go back and forth.
Feel
right
free.
Now, what made me become an actor? I used to work with, I don't know if you know her night. You remember Night House?
Yes.
Right. Used to manage Mocheda, Phenom. So you know, my brother used to own Night House.
No way.
Right. And I used to work. So I was attending Unilag at the time, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna attach myself to my brother's label, and because I was very close to my brother, and I'm like, what is there to do? I didn't want to be idle,
Well, I'm just looking at you now. And
in a different way. You're seeing the resemblance now. Yes, exactly. So I was at the time PA to Mocheda, and then after Mocheda left the label, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do. I wanted to be a talent manager, right?
Bruh. All of us.
Artist, manager, because obviously I looked up to my brother.
Yeah, you're in the circle.
Like, what? I might as well just
that's crazy.
Step in my brother's shoes. And at some point,
so how did you transition to acting?
At some point, I had a fallout with one of the artists. I'm not going to mention his name.
Please
now.
don't.
It was a really bad fight,
Wow.
And I think at that time I was just like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done.
I think you're okay with this shit.
I'm done with it. I want to do something. I have talent myself.
You're more than what they're limiting you to.
So let me try it out. And I spoke to my brother about it, and he was very graceful, to be honest. And he said, you know what? A friend of mine is doing an audition. Do you want to go for it? I attended that audition and it was bad. It was really bad.
Were you scared?
I was very nervous.
My first audition, I was nervous. I was so scared. And then when I saw other people coming for the audition as well, I'm like, oh, these people are better prepared than me. What chance do I have?
I wasn't even thinking about other people. I was just thinking about, I wanted to audition well, but I didn't know what an audition was.
Jesus.
Never been to an audition before in my life.
So
but I'm like, it's almost like just throw him into the deep end, and he'll
and if he floats, he's all right.
He's all right. It was bad.
Damn.
It was really bad. My brother's friend, who was a producer, put his head on the table this way.
Jesus.
It was that bad, Jimmy. I promise you. But you know one thing is, and then I didn't have a car, so I had to now enter downfall back to my house. That journey was like a year. It was like the longest journey of my life. But one thing I picked out from that moment is, after all the sulking and feeling bad and all of that, I said to myself, I'm going to be better at this.
Yep.
So I'm going to keep doing this until I get better. I trust my brain. I trust my mind, I trust my will to be able to succeed at anything I put my mind to. This is what I've chosen to put my mind to, and I'll succeed at it, come what may.
I like that.
So it was first, it was almost like a challenge for myself, and then it became a calling after growing.
So I like the way you use charisma. They try, I'm not your audience.
No charisma.
No charisma for this charisma. My guy.
My G. Don't
do me like your audience.
You know me, my G.
But let me ask you this. For me, like, I have role models that I look up to.
Right.
Will Smith was...
It's phenomenal.
Let's forget the Chris Rock slap, but
right,
Will Smith,
Will Smith is a solid
like
actor.
He's
solid.
I almost changed my name to Jimmie Smith. don't ask me why.
That would be cool though.
I know, right? JS, bro. But I respect Denzel Washington.
Yep, that's one of my role models.
I respect him so much for his versatility and for the things for the way he carries himself even when he's not acting.
Yeah.
For the things he holds on to. You're not going to talk. You might be paparazzi, but he'll check you.
Yeah.
He won't check you like Kanye West. He'll check you with respect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And every actor I respects him.
Yeah.
And that's based on his body of work and the way he prepares for every role, how seriously he takes every role.
Right.
Now I say all of this to ask you this. I know you have influences that have shaped the way you attack every role.
Right.
So my question is, who was your first influence in terms of influencing how you act and how you carry yourself as an actor? And currently, who are you looking at and saying, I like the way he's doing it.
Right.
I want to do that. I want to have that same trajectory of progression, of acceptance from the audience.
Right.
Who are those influences for you?
So, you just mentioned Denzel, right? I mean, like,
he's a godfather.
He is, and I respect him so much. Not just because of his body of work, of course, like, that is respectable enough, right? But his mind, when you see him speak at interviews, you know this man carries something unique. You know, everything about him. No scandal. Nothing. He's had longevity. Yep. He's very disciplined. That's the one thing that I picked from watching him growing up, growing into like this industry and growing into my journey as an actor.
Yep.
His discipline for me was what did it for me. I'm like, you know what? How he attacks his roles, you can tell that he's prepared.
He immerses himself in every role.
In every single role. You don't see the same Denzel in every single role. Never. Another person who has been doing it for me is Idris Elba. You know, Idris Elba's versatility, man. People don't even know.
Bad.
People always say, oh, you know, he's a sexy actor, he's a sexy man.
Forget the sexy, I don't see the sexy.
That. He's so versatile.
What? Hey God.
You know. Hey, and so for me, those two great men really shaped how I approached my journey as an actor. Recently, say as far back as 2019, Damson Idris is the one person who's
welcome to the family.
Yes. I'm a huge fan of Damson's
my Nigerian brother.
You know, the first time I saw him, he had this viral. He had his actor's reel go viral.
It out, yeah.
You know, and somebody sent it to me, and I was like, "Who is this person? Who is this man?"
I beg, send them to me.
You know,
I don't know if I still have it. Go find out.
But it's like, who is this person? Where is it from? I've never seen him before.
Yep.
You know, we're blessed that he's Nigerian.
Come on, Idris.
But yeah, then I saw his work on Snowfall, and I watched the entire show just because I love the way he carried the character, and to find out that he's not American.
He's not American,
and he was able to do that accent.
He's not even British.
It's so funny because I channeled one of the scenes he did in Snowfall for one of my films, Casa de Novia.
Okay.
You know, that's how much influence he has on my
and he's
trajectory.
Still doing it.
And he's still doing it. You know, you see his body of work. I had to go see for the Formula 1 film because of him. And obviously he didn't disappoint
come on.
at all.
Actually, now that you say, I'm going to go watch F1 again. Just because I remember how he killed it.
Yeah, just
you know what I mean? And then it was beside Brad Pitt as well.
Brad Pitt, you know, matched up to his
So, I mean, look, there's so much of... I've realized that as I'll say part-time actor. Let me not go too far. As a part-time actor, I've realized that a lot of the roles that I play or that I have played kind of mirror my real life. Not in exact form, because there's some crazy scenes I've done. That's not my real life. But there are scenes that I could relate with, based on whether there are things that happen within my circle or things that I've seen happen within my locality or I've seen being done on TV. I want to ask you, how do you balance, you know, real life and the roles you're being asked to play? Do you see it as, are you comfortable with just doing the stereotype roles, or would you rather be challenged? I would imagine you'd like to be challenged. Would you rather be challenged to do something that is not like your everyday life? Like, I don't want to just come and act like an actor. I want to be something else. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be Taye in this particular situation. I want to be Reginald, the sadistic serial killer. I know you know nothing about that. So, if you're brought up with that challenge,
I feel like
the serial killer should come out.
No. I feel like I'm beginning to have fun.
Okay,
so let's do this.
I touch a nerve.
So, I do enjoy being challenged.
Yeah.
In fact, every role that does not challenge me, you would see it on my face when I'm performing. You can easily tell that Taye is not really having as much fun as he should.
Well, it takes those that know you to be able to tell that. You know. I mean, obviously,
you can tell. Like when you see, so you see films that really challenge me. For example, there's Casa de Novia. There's Twin Deception. Yeah. These roles, I play two different characters in one film. Movie. Different accents, different mannerisms, different everything. Different personalities. You can tell that this guy is having fun playing this role.
Switching this up every time.
Do you understand? You can tell even from how centered I am in my delivery. You can tell. Now, when you see,
that must be difficult though.
Well, it is, but it takes practice. It takes years of practice to.
And that's what you love about the role, about the job.
That's what I love.
Having to do that much work.
Remember why I got into acting in the first place? I said to you that I wanted to prove to myself, not to anyone else, to myself, that I was going to get better
at this.
It might take months, it might take years, but I didn't care. I want to get better. So for me, it's like, okay, these years that I had done, I was investing to get better. That's all I could do. Because this when you're getting one job in a month, what are you doing the rest of the time?
Facts.
That's another thing that actors, young actors need to learn.
Go through
what are you doing?
Moments,
Are you just enjoying partying, doing drugs
being celebrated?
Do you understand? Are you just feeling the fact that, I'm an actor? Yes, I'm an actor. I got this role all the time and I got this money. What are you doing?
Challenging yourself.
RMD is not sleeping on his bicycle.
Are you kidding me?
Do you understand? He's had longevity. So that's my idea. For me, it's any job that comes to my table, I want to be challenged. And sometimes when you feel like, oh, you know what? Well, this role, the story is good and it's not really challenging. Well, we'll give the best we can.
So we've been talking about challenging.
Yes.
What's been your most challenging role?
Well, I did mention it in the course of our conversation, but I'm just going to say it again.
I want to be sure, because it's easy to assume that, okay, playing with a twin in a movie could be hard.
Right.
But was he challenging? I don't know that.
Well, my most challenging role ever, I would say Casa de Novia. And the reason I'm saying Casa de Novia is, so I've watched so many Hollywood films where the actors have to perform in front of a green screen. right? So the green screen is behind or
right,
surrounded by
so you don't even have context.
So you have no real idea.
Yep. You're just going by the script.
You're not really interacting with the environment. You know, it's basically it's a figment or
you're imagining everything completely.
Exactly, of your imagination, right?
Yeah.
And that's what Casa de Novia gave me in one of the characters I played. So I played two characters, right? Twin brothers. One was a miscreant. The other was a responsible guy, right? And so the responsible guy had died. So his ghost.
Don't spoil it for me. I gotta go watch the movie.
You need to go see it.
You
need to go see it, my bro.
That you just said is just so crazy. So yeah, he had to
play in front of a green screen to a dot on the wall.
And you're acting as a ghost. Damn.
Now my co-actor.
Did you have a stunt double?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
I did everything myself.
Not watch this movie. Go watch it.
Go see
now.
it.
You understand? Please. It's on Prime.
It's on Prime. It's on Prime.
It's on Prime. I'm on Prime too. You understand? Check us out. You understand?
But yeah. So imagine doing that. Standing in front of a green screen and playing to a point on the wall. So my co-actor had to play somewhere else because my ghost or the character's ghost had to be in the mirror.
Jesus.
I'm not seeing her expressions. I'm only hearing her voice and responding to her, expressing everything to that point on the wall.
Mirror. Oh my God.
I enjoyed myself. Jimmy, you have no... See, what I'm having...
And then when you see the final product after all of that work...
Look.
So satisfying.
Look. I enjoy when I'm being challenged. Forget. I enjoy it so much, especially if I have a director and a producer that I can speak to about, this is where I am. I mean, I'm not the epitome of, knowledge, or I'm not the best actor.
Don't sell yourself short.
I'm not the best actor in the world.
Yeah.
But one thing I would always do is to give my 100.
Facts.
I'll give my 100. Try to get the best version of the director's vision is what I want to know. So I would always ask the director, please, what do you want here? Did I do okay here? Do you want more? Every little detail matters.
It matters. Every little detail, because that determines how you perform.
Exactly.
Your understanding of the details.
Exactly.
That character brings to
really matters.
Fair enough. So let me ask you this. I mentioned earlier on about your charisma and then being able to be authoritative. Right. Now, is it... And you also mentioned that the authoritative side of you is actually who you are.
Yeah.
The charisma is the person you put on based on whatever circumstance you're in, whatever scenario you're in. So I want to get a bit personal with you now.
Okay.
Who is Taye? And is as authoritative as you are, what kind of person do the people not know that you are? Because a lot of people have an idea of who, like everybody feels, oh, I know how Brad Pitt is when he's not on screen. Yeah. I know how this person, you don't know.
No.
You just know how they acted in one film and you think that that's the real them. You don't know. Right. So I want to ask now, right? Who is Taye off the screen, not in front of a camera? What do you like? It's a question you're not easily asked every day. So
no, it's not.
But if you were to be asked, what is Taye outside of the movie industry?
Taye is a grounded person. I'm grounded. I love to interact with my people. I love my circle. I will go over and beyond for the people in my circle.
You kind of do that on set too, but
I do that on set, but in a different context.
Fair enough.
Taye is the person that wants to give his best at all times to the people, to the situations, or to the circumstances that he finds himself around or in. It's as simple as that. Oh yeah, Taye is also a dad, you know. Taye is the hottest dad in Nollywood.
Yeah, me and you both.
You know.
Me and you both. I'm not gonna let you take that from me.
Oh God.
What do you mean? My son will be like, Dad, you let him say that?
Okay, well, brothers in hotness.
Brothers in hotness, the hot boys.
The hot boys.
Oh my God. So you mentioned Idris Elba.
Yes.
Speaking of the hot boys.
Yeah.
Do you how much of him do you see in yourself as an actor? Or how much of inspiration do you take from him? You mentioned Idris, Damson Idris.
I do take a lot of inspiration, but you know, Taye is I mean, I'm Nollywood's Taye Arimoro, right? Mm-hmm. So regardless of, you know, how much influence or comparison I might have to Idris Elba.
Do you like the comparisons?
I do enjoy the. Are you joking? It's it tells me. It tells me that there's promise.
Please compare me to Idris Elba. I beg.
It tells me that there is promise. That's the information I'm getting.
Right.
You know, that there's promise for me to break beyond the bounds of Nollywood and get into bigger in the film industries from here. So that's the only information I get, you know, from that.
How much of an emphasis do you pay on cutting across from Nollywood into Hollywood, into what we know as mainstream? We are on all the streaming platforms, which is an advantage. At least globally we get to be seen more than we were locally. But how much of an importance do you place on being able to break into Nollywood? Hollywood rather, having almost secured yourself within Nollywood. How much importance do you place on that, or do you just want to build on your reputation within? I mean, there's nothing wrong in being the greatest in Nollywood. And finishing as that. Because we know greats, RMD. Hello.
Right.
But how much of an aspiration do you have to be able to be global, or even have a presence in Hollywood, the pinnacle of acting in the world?
So it's not on the forefront of my mind to want to be in Hollywood. If it happens, all well and good, right? But what my focus is on being the best I can at my craft. Right. Remember why I got. I have to always circle back to why I got into here in the first place.
Your why is most important.
It's the most important, and that is to prove to myself that I can be the best. That's all I need to do, to keep trying to be the best, keep investing time, keep investing resources. I mean, I'm so blessed to have the resources I have to earn what I earn now, which is way a far distance from where you were from. And so I can invest that into getting better, you know. So for me, it's like I will keep doing the work that I can do, keep trying to be the best, and if Hollywood sees me and see this guy is someone we want to interact with,
yes sir,
man, I will raise a glass to them and say, you know what,
cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
I'm gonna be that guy.
Because when I think about people like, you know, Whiskey, the band before the Nigerian music industry scaled above, you know, everyone was here.
It was all about what we're doing here.
And when it eventually scaled, they literally came to get people from here. Do you understand?
I remember my everyone is in New York.
Now a lot of them are living abroad, but you know, they were living here.
They started here.
Do you understand? So I'm not going to fill my mind up with, oh, you know what, I want to be in Hollywood, and then miss out on the opportunities that I have here. Also, there's something that, you know, oh God. I don't know if you ever had this instance where, or you ever knew somebody who, you know, when we were in secondary school, when we went to uni, they would say, you know, you're going abroad for your uni. And then, because of that expectation, you're literally just passing every opportunity by.
Everything.
Because you know that, oh, you know what, I didn't go abroad.
No worry, I don't need that.
I don't need that. And then when you eventually don't go, everything comes crashing
your world
down.
has literally ended. You have to start from zero all over, because you've passed so many opportunities.
Exactly.
You've taken your steps steps back instead of moving forward.
Everyone has been moving forward. You've taken steps back. back. You know, so for me, it's like, that's the way I see it. I'm not going to fill my mind with that. If it happens, all well and good. If it doesn't happen, all well and good. But I must be the best. I must try to be the best.
So speaking of being the best,
yes,
I think you have the trajectory of being one of Nigeria's iconic most revered actors. But an actor is only as good as the script he's given, as good as the director he's working with, as good as the crew he has around him, and the budget behind it. Sometimes the budget don't matter. It could just be a great short film and that's it. So I ask you this. Who?
I feel like I need to remove my glasses for this.
Who would you like to work with next? If you had a picking of every director, every producer, every scriptwriter, storyteller, anyone at all, who are you most excited that if they watch this right now and they hear that you want to work with them, they will be excited? Who would you think that would be? Or who would you like that to be?
I have a number of people on my gold list. I call it my gold list.
A couple.
But I'll just mention maybe 2 or 3.
But mention as much as you can.
Well,
let them all know.
There's that
at least you made the list.
There's that as well. So, and it's mostly based on directors who make the actors better.
So which would you prefer? The actor, which one do you prefer? The director or the story?
I'll take the director any day.
Why?
If the director makes his actors or his or our actors better. And the reason is simple. You can have a basic story, but then because the director knows their craft, they help to elevate the performance, and then I've seen stories where it's like the stories are not all that, but because the actors have brought in their A game and the director's shots are like, that's
on
like
point. It's gold.
This story, you don't really tap like that.
But the way you shoot her, man.
Jeez. You know, that kind of thing. So I'll take the director anytime. All
right. So you use charisma to kind of
Jimmy, I'm not avoiding. I will mention the names. I'll mention the names. So for me, like I said, the directors that make the actors better, make their stories look much better when it's executed, are the people that make my gold list. And for Nollywood, Nigeria, number 1 on the list is Kemi Adetiba. Because she has a track record of not just giving us really good films, but elevating the performances of our actors.
Her attention to detail is
it's on point, and she has a good team as well. So it tells me that when I eventually work with her, of course I'm not just working with her alone. I'm working with her entire team, and they've got my back. I can easily trust them. There's also Kunle Afolayan, Sir Kunle Afolayan,
the king of epics.
One of my goals, one of my ambitions is to do a historical epics. We have a lot of stories here.
Too many that haven't been told.
Too many, not just in Nigeria but in Africa. Too many stories. My great-grandfather had his story. Very recently I heard them talking about the war of Kiriji War. My great-grandfather fought in that war, and he won that war.
Wow.
Arimoro, that kind of thing. And I'm just like, they're trying to tell that story.
And why not?
I really want to be in it.
Exactly. So which leads me to, you got to tell me your other directors, bro.
There's Jade Oshibero. What she's done with people like Toby Bakare and the rest. Just like they elevate the performance of the actors. And when we go across the pond, the sea,
yes,
we have people like, I have to mention his name first, Ryan Coogler. He's
Black Panther Sinners.
Yeah, Sinners. Black Panther. He's he's made a real
He's a
mark.
bad man.
He's made a real mark, and I know that someday it would happen, you know.
Ryan, hope you're watching.
I'll keep sending messages on Instagram, on Twitter.
Oh, you send messages?
Emails.
This guy ahead of
I'll
me.
send emails.
Yay.
I'll keep sending until he sees them.
So you do that? I'll start messaging them. Idris, I'm going to message you soon.
So there's that, and then there's our Nigerian brother, David Oyelowo. You know, he has his own production company, and you know he's doing a number of things. Even Idris Elba, you know, he's done some work. He's done some partnerships with Nigerians. So I'm looking forward to working with these people, you know, him, Chiwetel Ejiofor, what's this guy's name now? The antagonist in Black Panther, B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yes, Michael B. Jordan. I'm looking forward to working with these people because these people are now making, they're having production companies that associate with or collaborate with African producers. And
they have the resources as well.
They do have the resources, and their stories are good. So for me, I see it as a challenge, so I definitely want to work with them.
So with everything you said to me, your future looks very bright. So let me just so
bright. Oh my goodness, I can see so much.
But let me ask you this, and I know there are going to be a few young actors out there that will ultimately watch this, maybe not even this year. They might watch this 10 years from now, when you have obviously become an Oscar winner, you know, the leading man in Africa, and globally recognized as a go-to guy.
Yes, amen to that.
By the time that you have become a legend, people would say, where are his old tapes? Or when he was upcoming, they want to take inspiration from that. So I want you to drop some nuggets here today. If you had a young actor watching this right now, whenever they are, whether in the future young or present young, what would be your advice to them in terms of becoming an actor and what is most important about being an actor?
So usually when I think of, say, sharing nuggets or advice to people, I usually try to imagine my younger self, or you know, when I was coming into the industry, right? And so I will be, if I was to advise my younger self, you know, I would say, and it doesn't even particularly have to be like a younger person, anyone who's trying to, you know, come into the industry or thrive. I've spent about 11 years already in this industry.
Wow.
So I have an idea, you know, how I've been able to sort of manage myself and, you know, navigate through the industry. I would say patience. Patience. See, forget that anyone is saying, oh yeah, you're a superstar. When people tell me, oh, you're a star, you're a superstar, I just tell them, stop, please. I'm not even there yet. I'm not where I want to be yet.
Pay no attention to that.
Do you understand? So my mind just automatically shuts that out. I want to have real conversations, you know. So patience, forget all the glam, forget all the... See, you want to go for premiere nights, you want to go for awards nights, it's beautiful. But your primary focus should be honing that craft. I tell people all the time, keep growing, keep going. Don't stop. Just keep going and keep growing. That's the advice I have to give to you.
Keep going and keep growing. I like that. I'm going to take that advice. Don't let me, because hey, I'm the person that he told it to. I'm going to keep growing and I'm going to keep going. Speaking of going, where are you going next? What is up next for you? What movies or projects are you working on? What are we expecting from our leading man, Taye?
You know what, Jimmy?
Yes, please.
I thought you would never ask.
Beg
So I have two major projects coming up. One is going to cinemas, the other is going to Prime.
Man.
And the first one is Son of the Soil. Well, it's a collaboration with UK producers.
Okay.
You know, we have
Mr. International.
Yeah, you know, we're hitting that spot. You know, we're hitting that spot.
I like it. I'm happy.
So we have Razak Adoti who leads the story.
Okay.
But my character is very pivotal to the story. You know, and I play a character that none of you would ever see coming.
Bad guy.
I'm not even joking. Like,
bad guy.
when I tell people that I love to be the villain,
Hey,
so, you know
how much I want to be a bad guy?
It's because of this role.
Oh my God!
It's because of this role. That's how.
I want to do bad
massive it is.
things. I want to do bad things.
Yes, do bad
I'm
things.
tired of being a good guy. Where was it shot?
It was filmed here in Lagos.
Okay.
I think Lagos mainland in Mushi.
Wow.
Is it Mushi or Sulu area?
Trenches.
Yeah, in the trenches, in the hood.
What?
At least my scenes were
in the hood
because I was a hood guy.
I love it.
And then there's Thicker Than Water that's going to Prime. That's a story, a film that is going to Prime.
Right.
That should be released this month.
Okay.
All things being equal. But if it doesn't drop this month, then I
think they should just check up on your social media handle because all
your
updates are there.
Yes, it's right there. You know, I never shy away from posting my work on my social media.
You gotta let people know what you're doing, man.
You know, so it's right there.
Here's to amazing boarding career that you're about to step into the next level of.
Amen.
I must say to you and everything you're aspiring to become, everything is achievable.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is grow and go.
And go. Love it, brother.
Cheers, bro.
Love it.
Leading man, they know you.
Not even that, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I
very, very.
I appreciate the conversation so much.
Bro, like you don't realize how much you have in common until someone is telling you a story. And then you're just sitting there like, oh,
like, okay, wait, is this me? Did this guy research me?
Because you know what, when they send the questions, I was like, yeah, let me just do a little. I'm like, you know, but I know everything here now. There's nothing new to me. I'd rather hear it directly. There's anything new, which is more interesting. So when you mentioned your brother Lighthouse, I'm like, oh, fucking hell. I didn't connect the dots.
A lot of people don't until I mentioned it.
As you said, I'm like, oh, okay. Oh. Duh.
Yes.